Hello, good evening. Welcome to my channel, everybody. Tonight is a Sunday evening, so I thought I'll bring you along and show you my chickpea curry recipe. Now, I use this when I've got a lot of leftovers in the fridge, and I have shown you before the no flour bake that you can do with the leftovers, but at the end of the week, you know, when you've got your new set of groceries there and you've got a few leftover bits and pieces from other meals, bring them together and put them into a curry. And so I use that for my chickpea curry. So we'll get started. It's very easy, less than 30 minutes to put together. I'll put my rice on behind me in the rice maker. I'll bring you down to here and we'll get started. All right. Okay, let's get started. We've got, now I always use coconut oil when I start cooking with curries. I prefer that flavour because you're using coconut milk. So about a tablespoon of coconut oil I like to use. Let that heat up, and as that starts to heat up, you want to put in it does require ground or minced ginger. However, I don't have any, so I've actually chopped up some fresh ginger tonight. So that's the only thing I've had to change around tonight. Right. You can have red or yellow onion. So I'm putting in one red onion because I don't have any yellow onion. The chopped up fresh ginger. And the minced garlic. So it's about a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of minced garlic. However, I always put in just a little bit more because I like the flavour. So I usually put about 1.5 in, so it doesn't get lost in the cooking. So just remember, a teaspoon of minced garlic, teaspoon of minced ginger, one red or yellow onion, and in there goes all your spices. So a teaspoon of paprika. Now I don't have any coriander. It's usually a teaspoon of coriander, so I'm using just over a teaspoon of garam masala because I know that has the coriander in it. And a teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of curry powder. That can be optional, depending on how much you like it to be spicy. I will put the recipe down in the description. And you let that sort of just brown off for 2 or 3 minutes. In the meantime, have your rice on, getting that ready. I mean, look at that colour. Just delicious, people. And the fragrance in here is just beautiful. So just let that cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Let it cook through so it gets all the flavour on the bottom of the pot. Don't have it on a medium heat. Don't have it too high. So we'll just let that cook for 2 or 3 minutes and we'll come back. Alright, that's been going for about 2 minutes. See all that flavour on the bottom of the pot? That's what you want. Now you need to add a can of chopped tomatoes. I don't I do have some, but I don't want to use them up. So I'm going to use some leftover chopped tomato, fresh tomato. It's gone a bit soft, which you can't really put in a salad. And I had some leftover tomato puree, a container of that, so I'm going to add that in. Just one way of using things up in your fridge and making sure that there's no waste, cost effective, simple living. So I'm just using up probably about half a can of tomato puree, plus about, well, the chopped up tomatoes I just put in there was probably about the same. And then you want to add your chickpeas. So a whole can of chickpeas. And that gets all the flavour of the bottom of the pot, of the fluid. How good is that looking? And then with that, I had a bowl of leftover potato and pumpkin from a bake the other night. So I'm going to put some of that in there. Oh, actually, I might as well put it all in there. It'll make it a nice, a thick curry. Normally I don't put the potato and pumpkin in, but I put a question out to my group who would like to see me make for content a chickpea curry that I make. And one of the ladies, Alice from Western Australia, said to me, oh, I use pumpkin. I went, perfect, I've got some left in the fridge. So we'll just let that now cook on a medium heat. I feel probably 10 minutes of that. As I said, it's a very easy, quick recipe. So put a lid on it, turn it down a bit so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot, and we'll come back in 10 minutes. Thanks for the suggestion, Alice. Right, it's been about 6 or 7 minutes, and I just want to check to see how it's going. Oh, it's going lovely. Look at that colour. And now at this point I've got a few extra things to put into it so you can get a good look at it with a bit of colour. So I picked some fresh silver beet out of the garden. So I will put that in. There's about 6 leaves, baby leaves. I'm going to put that in as well to give it some extra colour and some goodness. So it's got a bit of few added extra things, but it's just your basic standard chickpea curry, and I'm adding, instead of a can of chopped tomatoes, I'm doing fresh tomatoes with a bit of puree. I'm adding a bit of potato, a bit of pumpkin, a bit of silver beet. I've got some stalks and a few leaves of coriander here. So I'm going to put all of that in for flavour at this point. You don't have to, it's just I'm trying to use things up. Just let that all cook in. The silver beet, the coriander. Oh, the fragrance of this is just delicious. Now at this point you put about a teaspoon of salt and pepper in. Pepper. salt. Squirt of lemon juice. About a teaspoon. I'll have to just let that cook again for about another minute or two, and then we'll add the coconut milk. It's looking delicious, people. Turn it down a little bit. Just let it simmer now. It's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how this curry's going. Oh, it's lovely. A little bit runnier than I expected because I did put extra coconut milk in. But that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll switch all this off now. Just let it cool down a bit, thicken up a bit, serve the rice, and do a taste. Didn't take long at all, guys. Probably about 20 minutes all up. Right, time to serve up, people. I've let it cool down a little bit, and it has thickened up a little bit as well, which is really good. So let's do the rice. Whoever created this rice cooker has to be the best invention ever. Now what you do is you put it into a little bowl like that. You pat it down. You know, you often wonder how they get it so like a little mountain on your plate. For those that are starting out making curries and learning how to cook. Like that. On your serving plate, down like that. Lift it and you've got the perfect mould. Perfect every time. Just get a little pot like that. I got that from the op shop. It's actually a Jamie Oliver. Paid $2 for it. It's microwave safe. Really good. Right. Now, let's do the curry. So, I'll move you around a little bit. There you go. Give it a stir. It's looking good, people. Looking good. That's good. That's how you want it. Lots of flavour. Okay, let's do this. Bit of everything in that. How beautiful does that look? Good chickpea curry. Now I picked some fresh mint out of the garden, so I like to put that on my rice. Get it so that it's got a bit of a stem on it so you can present it that way. Comes up beautiful. Just give it a couple of minutes and we'll do a taste. I like to have a wrap with mine, so I usually just fold up a wrap, have that with it, you know, to scrape up the sauce. You can serve it with a bit of yogurt or cream or sour cream on top. So let's do the grand testing. Still very hot. That is delicious. Look at that. And with the lemon, you can put lime juice. You don't have to put lemon juice. play around with it. Let me know how you go. So many flavours. Absolutely delicious. You're going to enjoy this one. And it's so easy. Play around, add different vegetables to it. As I said, I didn't have any coriander powder. So I use garam masala. And then I put the fresh green leaf coriander in the mix. I had leftover potato pumpkin. I had these tomatoes that were going soft, so I chopped up some of those. I had some leftover tomato puree. When all it asks for is, what did I say? 1 can of chopped tomatoes. So it's a very simple, cost-effective family meal, and it will fill the empty tummies up. It's warm, it's comforting, just delicious, people. Do take care. Much love and many blessings to you all. Thank you for joining me here on a Sunday night. Bye for now.